What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. What the heck was that? My throat's trying to kill me. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing very well. Grab your coffee and let's get into this. We are I've been jumping around onto a lot of different characters, I know, and I've been testing out the Hunter. I'm actually getting into Outlaw Rogue now because it's really freaking fun. So let me know what you guys think about Outlaw Rogue in the comments if you want to see some videos on that. I'm just getting like my tier set stuff going, but really enjoying branching out and trying different characters. Of course, this is kind of something I've always loved to do, but we are back on the Shaman. I did a plus 20 Plaguefall. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to talk about my build and all that stuff. I just want to mention before that obviously the patch has dropped and we have cross-faction in play right now. So if you guys want to do some cross-faction dungeons with me on stream, let's say, maybe tonight or like any night of the week, get into my Discord. It's linked down below and ask me about it in the general chat of Discord. We can share BattleNet stuff. I'm going to tag my B tag. I'm going to put it there for you guys. I think it's this right here, Touvier 1744. I'm going to put this in Discord for you guys. But if you want to add me as a B tag friend, then we can do cross-faction stuff, okay? So that's my B tag right there. You can pause the video and copy that, but I'll also put it in my Discord so you can go check that out there as well if you want to. So if you want to do cross-faction stuff, because that's starting now, I would love to get in there and do some stuff with you guys. Maybe on one of my alt characters, or we can push some high keys together. I mean, whatever you want. It's up to you guys. So that's that. Now, we did a plus 20 Plaguefall. This has been a very difficult key to do on Tyrannical Week especially. It is Fortified Week now, so I actually think it's like so much easier on Fortified Week. But I did do this Plaguefall here, and I'm going to show you my build right now. The problem that I had was that I literally had the wrong soulbind for this entire freaking dungeon. I had Nadia, and I had healing conduits. Like, I didn't have Focus Lightning or Magma Fist. Or Theatar. Anyway. I thought we weren't going to time it. I discovered that I didn't have this stuff right as we were pulling. Like, right as the countdown timer was going. And I was like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. So, more goof-ups from Zuko. But we did end up doing 13k overall still, even without having that. But I mean, that was just an absolute nightmare. It should have been way, way higher. So, anyway, my build was Skybreakers. I think Skybreakers on a Fortified Week is incredible. I think it's always, always strong. Because the damage that you get from Flame Shocks is just nuts. As you can see, it's almost 32% of my damage. But on top of that, like, just the Chain Harvest cooldown is crazy. On this particular week, because it's Bursting Week, you get extra healing from Chain Harvest, and you get the Riptides to follow, which really helps with Bursting. Honestly, it's a really, really big deal. So, I love going Venthyr, and I love going Skybreakers. That's the build that I ran this time around. Venthyr plus Skybreakers. And the Conduits, of course, were, you know, you're going to want to take Nature's Focus and Embrace of the Earth, because you're definitely going to be casting Chain Heal and Earth Shield all the time. Oh my god. Anyway, you should take Focus Lightning, Magma Fist, and Lavish Harvest are all really, really good to take here. So that's what I should have done, but that's not what I did do because I'm an absolute troll. So let's move over to the dungeon, to the actual video. In this video, I actually want to talk about what's really important actually here is the dungeon itself and the strategy that we employ to time it, even though I'm trolling with my build. So I'm going to focus less on my damage overall and more on like tips and tricks on how you want to run this dungeon to be successful. Tip number one right out of the gates is that you're going to stealth this first section here every single time if you're on Fortified Week. You basically don't ever want to do this on Fortified Week. It's just really simple to skip it. And it takes a long time to get through this trash. They're kind of annoying. Then you're going to do an AoE pull here. On the next thing you want to know is that it's Bursting Week. So you need to be really careful. Let me move my notes. Be really, really careful with the bursting here. Because we're going to get 7 stacks of bursting here, I think. Which is, I mean, my damage, first of all, is actually pretty cool. The opener with Chain Harvest plus Fire Nova plus Sundering is a lot of damage. Even though my conduits are literally troll. So we're pulling our weight here. So Watch when all these guys die. We have 2 stacks of bursting. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. And then I think we get a 7th. Oh, no. We only get 6. So, again, as a shaman, you can always heal yourself with Healing Surge. It's so powerful. Do not forget about Healing Surge. But you're going to clear this out. Just watch for bursting. That's all I want to sort of mention here. Then you're not going to pull the boss. You're actually going to run down the hill and get the red slime. This is strategy number 2. So the boss is behind us. We come down here, and we're going to kill these guys here. Big AoE damage. Then you want to grab the red slime, which is over this direction down here. You're going to see him. Kill these 2 guys first. Here comes the red slime. Pestilent slime. He drops a haste buff on the ground. Of course, many of you guys know you want to bring that to the boss. So we tried to CC him here, but it ended up messing up. So we just wanted to kill all these guys except for the slime. Don't kill the slime right away. Save him for last. Okay? Let me just close that up there. Then he's doing that viral goop. So you just want to keep kicking the slime, kill everything else, and kick him. And one thing I want to talk about, look at this. This is so cool. Monks are insane for this dungeon, first of all. Having 2 monks is like almost essential in my opinion, because they can get rid of diseases. They can paralyze the big slime on Globgrob that you're going to see here. They can paralyze the purple slimes on Dr. Ickus. They can paralyze the defender. The defender has to put the shields down. They can Ring of Peace stealthlings if those happen to get off. They have insane mobility for collecting ads on Venomblade. They almost always go Necrolord. Like monks, this is literally a monk dungeon like crazy. The last thing they also get is the Brewmaster monk. When they taunt something, it increases the speed with which that mob travels towards them by 50%, I think. So watch this. Watch the monk right here. We're killing this, and then the monk's going to taunt this slime. Watch this. He taunts it. Look at how fast it goes. It's going to... Watch in a second here. We're going to kick it again. He's going to taunt it. Look at how fast it's moving. It's just like going giga speed right now. Watch this. Like, that's because of the taunt from the monk. Like, it's so good, actually. There's multiple moments in this dungeon where, like, him taunting, increasing the speed is, like, really important. So, here comes Globgrob. You're going to want to put the red slime puddle right here on the ground, and then you're going to want to lust. And it means that you have crazy, crazy amounts of attack speed on this fight. Your haste is something like, mine sits at something like 80 or 90% when I'm in this puddle. So, yeah, it's pretty insane. I don't have Feral Lunge. It would be nice on this fight, but on a bursting week, you always want to take the heal, I think. You pretty much always want to have that heal. So, Globgrob fight on non-tyrannical is actually really easy when you get this haste buff down. Look at, he's almost at half health already. He's going to spawn the slimes. Of course, one of the monks is going to paralyze the big slime, or it gets trapped by the hunter. They both did it. And then there's 3 little slimes coming. I usually just slow them with my Earthbind Totem, but then I realized, you know what? I'm just going to go kill them because I have my tools back. I have Chain Harvest and I have Fire Nova. So watch this. Chain Harvest, Fire Nova. They're all almost at half health already. They're at like 60% just from that little combo. The other monk comes out, Monk Goose, and we end up killing all the ads very easily, and then we go back to the boss. So that's a good little strategy that you want to do for Globgrob. It ends up killing him very, very quickly. Then you're back down the hill. This is the Cannister section of the dungeon. This is where all the canisters are. You want to kill this pack here, and then these slimes will be sitting on this canister. You have to use these if you want to time these dungeons. Like, if you don't use the explosions from these canisters, you're never going to time it. So here comes explosion number 1. The monks will stun. I could have used Cap Totem too, but the monks did it. You want to stun these mobs right before the canister goes off, and then boom, they start losing all their health. It goes down really, really quickly. So that's what you do for this first little pack. These mobs will die. Then you want to cross the river over to this next canister, and you're going to take out all these guys on the canister. I'm pretty sure he does, right? Oh, sorry, I went backwards. He didn't even use it. Interesting. I think he should have used it. I'm not sure what the monk is doing. I guess he was saving it for something else, maybe? Oh, the hunter blew it up by accident. Oh, well. Anyway, then our tank just decides to skip those slimes because they're really annoying. So he's like, screw that. We're going to go to the next pack. Then we try and separate this purple slime here. The purple slimes always provide damage reduction. We're not able to separate them. So anyway, we end up killing these two guys. We pull this last pack, but that is all the canisters. We kind of messed up the second one, but that's what you want to do is pull everybody onto the canisters and blow them up because they do a lot of damage. Gonna skip past this because I want to show you something up the hill here. Once you deal with this pack, you're gonna go up the hill, and you're gonna see right behind us, there's two mobs. These mobs right here, the tank pulls them down the hill into these Plagueborers that are coming. These guys are also bombs, right? They also explode. So you bring all the ads down here, you stun them on top of the Plagueborers that are blowing up, and then boom, they kill everything for you. So make sure you pull those two little slime claw guys down into the tentacle and then blow them all up. That's the strategy. Now, right here, I end up saying to the tank, hey, do you want me to go down the hill to grab the next set of mobs? Because that's what you're going to need to do. So I said, I can go grab the ads down the hill. And he's like, sure. This is the next kind of strategy you want to do. So watch this. Get to here. I let the tank get aggro, and then I run down the hill. Run, 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 run. I'm going to flame shock these ads. Boom. Bring them back. All the way back. And then we start doing damage. The Plagueborers that are dying up here, that's okay. They're going to detonate, and they're going to do damage to the boss, the little mini boss there. There's a third set of Plagueborers that are coming. I didn't think there was. I was like, damn. I thought I was trying to lure them in, but there they are right there. So we pull them down on top of these ads, and you want these Plagueborers to blow up on these triple pack of ads here. So they're going to detonate in like 3, 2, 1. You want to bring the mini boss down too, but we couldn't get him. I tried kicking him to bring him down, but it didn't work. So here comes the explosion. Everybody has to get out. Boom. Those 3 ads instantly dead. That was fantastic. That's exactly how you want to pull that. It ends up doing the most damage. Then you want to kill this mini boss. And then you want to run through the middle. You don't want to pull these 3 guys yet. You're going to pull them last. Run through the middle. Don't aggro Dr. Ickus though. So we run through the middle and we take care of these 2 ads over here. I end up dying because I run in there and get autoed like an idiot. So then we get up. Then we take care of this pack last. Kill these packs last. You want to kill the red slime the very last. He's the pestilent slime. We end up killing him kind of early, unfortunately. We kill him right here on the back of the platform. But it's okay. This red patch of slime is still on the ground. We're just going to wait for the boss to jump over and then to jump to our platform, and then we'll start the fight. And I'm also going to lust in this fight, but I'll tell you where in a second. So again, look at the speed with which Dr. Ickus runs. Look at how fast it is because of the monk taunt. It's so amazing. Like, it's very important. That is, like, saves you a lot of time. So anyway, we're standing on the haste. I get a big chain harvest plus fire Nova combo out. We're doing 20k, feeling good. And we have like 80% haste right now because we're standing on here with the buff. We have this haste buff from our ally. This is from somebody who's flesh crafted recently. And then we have the other haste buff that we're standing in, which will give us another buff there. So again, we're just pumping Dr. Ickus and he's ready to go already. So it's just so good. Like, I love it when I hate tyrannical weeks. Honestly, I love fortify weeks because the boss dies so quick. Then you're gonna lust once this bomb comes out, and you're gonna blow up this bomb. Again, actually this was really cool by the Marksman Hunter. Watch this. Look at this purple slime right here. Marksman Hunter. He blasts it away. Boom. Isn't that awesome? That was great. So, you want to kill this bomb, of course, and you want to CC the purple slime, which they do. So we have a druid who can root it. We have 2 monks that can paralyze it. So we have so many tools in this dungeon for dealing with these mechanics, which is really, really great. I could take Earth Grab Totem, I think, but it's not really worth it. These other but if you didn't have an extra tool, let's say, like a druid or 2 monks, then you could also trap it with a hunter. There's so many tools that can deal with that purple slime. You don't want that purple slime to get anywhere near the boss because it's damage reduction, right? So anyway, we finish off this last bomb and we kill Dr. Ickus, and that's it. That's that fight. Very, very easy on non-tyrannical. Like on a fortified week, it's great. Then you're going to come down here. These gushing slimes, they always have a little buff. It's hard to see it, but it's right next to my camera frame here. This little buff on the gushing slime, He's got that little border. I can purge that. I'm going to purge it right now. There, it's gone. I just purged it. So it means that when he dies, the gushing slime, he won't explode into a bunch of green ooze. There's a second gushing slime coming. He's right here. I have to purge him as well. So I grab him. He's got the buff on him down here. You can see that more clearly right there, that buff. I'm going to purge it. Boom, it's gone. Now they won't gush. We have like a full melee group here, basically. We have 3 melee in this group. So I don't want those things to gush, because if they're dying right now, they would start spreading big pools of green. We don't want that to happen. So make sure you do that. Then we do this middle island. Nothing crazy to talk about here. We'll go to Venomblade. Let me skip ahead to Venomblade. Again, monks have so many tools to deal with this section. They can Ring of Peace the stealthlings. They can paralyze the defender when he does his shield. I'm telling you, like, monks are just broken. They can cure diseases. That's the #1 thing on the final boss. Here's Bulwark. That's the druid stun, which was really good by him. Anyway, let's get to Domina Venomblade. One thing I want to show is my opener here. Once again, I have Chain Harvest back. Watch this. Chain Harvest into Fire Nova. Boom, boom. Big damage from us. 21k right off the bat. I love that. That's just such a great little opener. Once again, monks are like insane on this fight because they have so much mobility. Watch when the ads spawn here. They're going to spawn right now. Watch this monk, the tank. He just goes off and spins. He's just gone. Spin, 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 spin. One, you know, it's been like 5 seconds. He has all the ads corralled and ready to go. Like, it's just really broken. Like, I don't know. That's awesome to see from a tank. Lots of tanks, I guess, have lots of abilities to help, but I think Monk is just, like, insane. Like, that just seems really crazy. Now, one thing we actually discovered while we were here is that we are running out of time. The servers are going to shut down. Blizzard's doing another, like, mini server maintenance on Wednesday after they just spent the entire day on Tuesday doing server maintenance. I don't know why. So right now, we have about 9 minutes left in this dungeon. Not 12 minutes, about 9 minutes. So we need to push through here. So we do end up killing Venomblade really quickly. We get her down. Now, we're still missing 1.67%. So we're going to need to get some slimes in a minute. But right now, we have about 8 minutes left in this dungeon to do the last room, which is fortified, and the last boss. So let me skip through here. Obviously, you want to skip past here. This is always a good thing to do because it stops the RP from starting. These guys basically don't go anywhere. But these guys are all fortified, and they burst. One thing I want to talk about is that these guys will burst. So be very, very careful how many of these guys you kill back to back to back. Because watch this. Once they die, we start taking crazy amounts of damage. Big Chain Harvest here. Big Fire Nova. We have 5 bursting stacks on us right now. So I start healing. I'm helping people by healing. Then on this bursting, another 5 stacks of bursting. The healer is ready for it, the druid, and he heals everybody up, which is great. Then we pull this last mini-boss, Icker, Bile. Now we realize the druid says, oh no, we need percentage. I'm going to go get the slimes. And he runs off to go get them in a second here. Chain Harvest once again into Fire Nova. Just big, big damage. Now what you want to do here is get Vi. And then you want to keep Vi alive until the boss fight. And then you want to get on the boss fight. So you have Vi. You want to kill Vi right as the boss fight is starting. And then you want to go get on the boss fight. So you have both buffs. But we end up realizing that we need percentage here. And so it's not really going to work. I think the druid says slimes. We need percentage. The druid just goes. You can see him running in the top of the minimap there. He's gone. He runs off to get the slimes. And then I guess, in a second here, watch this. Watch his health in the raid frames. He ends up dying here. Oh, I reload here. He ends up dying, like, right now. He just gets autoed to death. Boom, boom. And there, he dies. So he didn't realize they were going to do that much damage, I guess. Which is fine. So then we're killing this mini-boss. The monk goes off to help. The druid respawns. He has to get back here by himself. Everybody's kind of panicking because they're like, oh my god, we only have like 6 minutes left. I know it says 8 there, but remember, the servers are shutting down in like 6 minutes. You can't see it because it's blocked by my portrait down there. But so we finish off the mini-boss. I'm like, everybody stay calm. It's fine. We have time. We're all good. We kill this mini-boss. We go get the slimes. We only pull... Actually, we pull all 3 of them in a minute here. I think somebody goes to get the red slime, which we didn't need. Because these are both worth 1%. I want to make a little note here really quickly. These purple slimes cast Withering Filth. It's like this... You get a purple circle around you, and then they dash at you, and then they give you a nasty, nasty debuff. You can run out of the initial dash of this. So when the slime initially casts this on you, you can move out of the way, and he will dash to wherever he initially casted it on you from, and then you won't get hit by it. So this monk, I move out of the way here. The monk didn't realize this, so he takes a bunch of damage, and he takes the debuff. So just remember that for future reference, guys. We pull both these slimes here, and we kill them, and then somebody pulls the red slime. Everybody's like, we got to go. We only got 5 minutes left. We basically have 5 minutes right now. I get my details back online and reload my UI. So then they pull the red slime, and he gets it going. Now we're basically at 4.5 minutes to kill Margrave Stradama. Here comes the red slime. Again, he's moving really fast because of the monk taunt, which is really cool. Everybody's panicking. Let's go. We didn't really need to. I wasn't sure what to do with Lust here. I thought to myself, listen, we need to get through this fight before the timer goes out. I thought we were going to run out of time, like server time. And so I just Lust on pull. You're supposed to Lust in P2. I just decided to get it out of the way because I thought, I don't know if we're going to actually get through this in time. So I just wanted to make sure that we did. So anyway, that was my reasoning behind that. Now, the red slime drops over to the left here. You're going to see it in a second. The red slime dies right in front of us here. You can see there's a tiny bit of red puddle right here. I'll come get it in a minute. But we burned through her, like, really fast because our damage is crazy. Goose is doing insane amounts of damage. And, I mean, we're all doing actually decent damage, but Goose was just insane. Then the hunter gets killed by a slime. So we res him in a second. We get to P2 here. Here comes P2, and the red slime puddle is still down. So I see it over there on the right-hand side, right over here, and I'm going to kind of go stand in this. I get to move forward just a tiny bit. There, I have it now. I have a bunch of haste. I'm at probably like 40 or 50% haste right now. It's like having Lust, right? So then we're doing damage, damage, damage. I don't know why I stood in that. I'm an idiot. But I had Chain Harvest. Big damage. I have Infectious Rain number 2. I do have my Racial. You can clear it with the Dwarf Racial. So watch this. I get 4 stacks. And then I clear it right now. There. Mine's gone. And I get a buff. I get more agility based on what I cleared. So that's kind of cool. Our damage, we're almost doing 14k, which I'm actually pretty happy about on this boss fight because it's all the intermissions. Then the hunter dies here again. I don't know what was going on with him. The guy's like, dude. Anyway, it's fine. Boss respawns. Phase 3. Right now we have about 2.5 minutes left before the servers go down. Maybe more like 2 minutes, actually. I get back in the haste puddle. Infectious Rain comes down again. The druid's actually just doing a great heal. I heal myself just to stay alive because I don't have a racial anymore. And I don't have my defensive. So, bro, I'm just pumping damage, man. We're just pumping. Pump, pump, pump. Even with 0 conduits and no real soul bind. I felt like such an idiot. I was shocked that we timed it. But again, it's just the composition made all the difference, man. 2 monks made all the difference here. So, let's go back to the gameplay. Let's check the damage overall. How do we do here? Again, 13k overall. Could have done probably more like 15k if I'd had the right conduits on. But Flame Shock, Lava Lash, and Chain Harvest could have been better, but it didn't have the buff from Focus Lightning. So anyway, that's not really the point here. The point is to talk about all the different strategies that we kind of employed to make that dungeon work. So that's what you can do. Just remember all those little tips and tricks, guys, that I was trying to show you. It's really important that you use all of the different bombs that are in this dungeon. Plaguefall's full of bombs. There's the canisters that you need to use in the middle section of the dungeon that help to blow up those ads. And then there's all the Plagueborers that you need to use. Remember to run down the hill to grab those 3 extra mobs and bring them back up and get them to detonate by the Plagueborers. That's really good. Remember on the very first boss, Globgrob, you need to bring the red slime, drop that down so that you have 25% more haste on that boss fight. And then you need to have tools to deal with the slimes. But we had, you know, double monk plus hunter that dealt with it. And then, of course, as you progress further down, you can do things like purging the gushing slimes, which gets rid of the green gush thing when they die. You'll get rid of that, which is really, really good. And then on the final boss, you can bring all the slimes to Stradama. And, of course, you can have the red slime debuff buff, sorry, the haste buff on that boss fight. That's really powerful as well. So you need to use all the bonuses, all the benefits that you can use. You have to use all of them, or else you're just not going to time any of these dungeons. Like, it's just the way that it goes. So those are some tips and tricks from me to you guys. That's a plus 20 Plagefall that I timed without a Soulbind or a Conduit. Really, any Conduit. So trust me, if I can do it with that, then you guys can do it with your group. But really, the composition made all the difference here. Double Monk plus Hunter was huge. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like down below. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, I would really love it if you subbed as well. There's a Patreon link down below. If you want to support the future of what I'm doing here, then there's a Patreon link right there, and I would appreciate the support once again. So thank you again. Till the next one, guys. We'll see you later.